Hey. Yes.
Let's go! Found you. Today's a plenty!
Young man.
This is where they said to find them. But there's no sign of the Kadishtu yet.
A very long time ago, there lived a primordial goddess, a most benevolent mother who gave birth to many gods. She was a kind mother and noble. She disliked conflict and violence. But then, the Horned God came. Seeking his throne, he slew all in his path, and the mother was cut down. Since his rise, the throne has been usurped by descendants of that Horned God, for eons upon eons. The perception of that fair, beautiful, free world of chaos became warped and perverted by the reign of so-called order. We want it back. We wish to restore that glorious world. Oh, it has been a long time. I am grateful we could meet this way. So grateful to meet you again, Nahobino. Dragon Slayer. This is the sacred ground upon which we will summon the fallen goddess, the Queen of Chaos. And with the goddess's power, we will destroy this world. The others have gathered the necessary Magatsuki. Only one thing remains. For the summoning, we require you, Nahobino. As one of the Dragon Slayer's lineage, your death will serve as a crucial and appropriate sacrifice.
Magic is understood to operate based on certain rules. Two similar entities can influence each other. Cause leads to effect, but the effect also has a bearing on the cause. The Horned God slayed the serpent, or the dragon, as some call it. But by using this principle, the serpent can be revived. By offering the life of the Horned God that slayed the serpent, the slain will be reawakened from death. That's why the Kadishtu need a sacrifice, to summon the Goddess of Chaos.
Yoko?
Yoko Hiromine, like us, has endured suffering at the hands of the Horned God. Now, The time has come for you to prepare the Nahobino for sacrifice.
I can't. Because of him and the others, I've started to see some meaning in this world.
Is that so? Then what of God's misdeeds against you? And surely you haven't forgotten that your own freedom is at stake as well.
I know. I still want my revenge and my freedom. But sacrificing him isn't the right way to get either.
Oh my, what a precious display of selflessness. But I'm afraid it's too late to turn back. If you refuse, then the sacrifice shall be carried out by us, the Kadishtu.
Let's go!
Want some? Oh, Nahobino. You fought so well. And failed. Can you hear her? The voice of our beloved goddess. There is nothing now that can stop her return!
The time has come. The ultimate end.
The ultimate beginning.
Ancient creator, ye who slew our queen.
O arrogant god whose order stifled chaos. O descendant of the once ruler of old.
Here and now, we offer up your life, O Dragon Slayer God! Let the Queen of Chaos rise once again! Now, awaken, Tiamat! Yoko Hiromine, you are fated to become a goddess. Allow me to remind you how you were wronged by this world. You developed your ability to fight demons, believing it a just cause, but you had no place in Bethel. Your teachers spent decades learning what you perfected in but a few years, and they feared you would surpass them. Though they offered shallow praise, they continued to assign you ever deadlier missions. They envied your talent and secretly wished for your death, so as to protect their own foolish pride.
Yes, they were pitiful human beings. But still...
I have no doubt there must have been kind souls among them as well. But would you not agree that the social structure itself is to blame for producing such wretched humans? In the ancient times of chaos, humans and gods were free and equal. But when the Horned God came into power and the world of order was created, the system of control brought harm to humanity. Remember our goal. You must reclaim your power as a goddess and fulfill your purpose. As a goddess, you will guide Tiamat to the Empyrean, where the throne shall be returned to Chaos. Submit or rebel? Have you forgotten the agreement we reached when you stood at that fateful crossroads?
I remember. But I didn't want to get him or Tao involved.
I'm afraid it is too late for the girl. And the Nahobino's sacrifice is necessary to summon Tiamat. The humans you care for will soon be but memories, Yoko Hiramine. There will be nothing tangible left for you in this world. Now, I ask you once again to fulfill your pledge. Reclaim your power as a goddess, and bring chaos to this world.
I'm sorry, young man. I swore I would protect you, but I fear I can no longer do so. If you hadn't joined with me, you wouldn't have to suffer this fate. Indeed, if not for me, you might have avoided being drawn into the Kadishtu's dark machinations altogether. I don't know what to say, except that I'm sincerely glad to have met you. Our time together may be coming to an end, but it will never disappear.
No! Please, come back!
No, we can't accept defeat. You must live. Even if you're alone, you must go. She is waiting.
wish I could have saved you. Aogami is gone, but at least the future of the world is in your hands. So please, please keep it safe.
You know, Yuzuru, I've been trying to figure out how to do right in this world. And after I met you and him, I felt pretty good for a while. But I guess feeling good isn't enough. That angel taught me something truly important. You can't rely on others to carry out your justice. Ichiro. If you want justice, you need power. And power is exactly what he gave me. I'm free. I don't need to live my life depending on others! No.
I get it. The drive for strength to do something. But why are you...
You want to know why I'm doing this? You really don't know. I'm here to stop you from making a dumb mistake like becoming a Nahobino.
What?
It just came to me! I have to use my power for justice. I have to use it for order. So you see, I can't just let my friend become a Nahobino and threaten that order, right, Abdiel?
That is correct. As decreed by our Lord, the Nahobino cannot be permitted to exist.
If you underestimate your enemy, you'll get yourself killed. Sorry to say it, buddy, but looks like you made the wrong enemy.
A surprise. It would appear you're still alive.
Hold up, Abdiel. So where's Aogami? He bite it? Guess that makes you normal now. Ain't you lucky? Not even worth the time it'd take to kill you. Atsuto was. He said he was gonna be a Nahobino and make a new world or some shit.
Such defiance cannot be allowed. Thus he paid for his arrogance with his life. If you can no longer become a Nahobino, there is no need to kill you. Return now to Tokyo. Live your life in peace.
Damn it all. You.
Where is he? Where's Atsuta? We came in pursuit of the Kadishtu. Together we thought we could stop them. But after the Demon King was slain, it seems Abdiel decided to eradicate the Nahobino. She hit us when we least expected. We didn't stand a chance against her. Are you alone? What happened to Aogami? I see. He protected you. If only I could have done the same. Well, there's only one thing to do now. Young man, I want you to come along with me. We can't entrust this world to Bethel. And we can't let the Kadishtu run free either. That's why I need you, since you've fought as a Nahobino before. Aogami's true name is Susanoo, a proto-fiend created by Bethel, Japan. He was meant to inherit the Amatsukami's full power. And no Aogami-type units are left at the Japan branch. However, there is one of the same family, the Tsukuyomi type, which specializes in domestic affairs and guiding the Japanese government. While we analyzed Aogami, we replicated the system for becoming a Nahobino and outfitted it for the Tsukuyomi type. What I mean is, fusion with this proto-fiend should be possible. If you're willing, I would ask you fuse with the Tsukuyomi type. I would ask you to take up this fight once more. Thank you. In order to lead well in times of crisis, Tsukuyomi maintained a human appearance while managing domestic affairs here in Japan. It was necessary to serve the nation. The Tsukuyomi type is at present managing the country. In fact, serving as Prime Minister. Yes, I am that Tsukuyomi type. Young man, let us fight together. Now then, young man, forward. Young man, would you mind if we returned to the front of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building? I would like to look at that place one more time. Atsuta joined me in becoming a Nahobino so that he could protect Tokyo. I thought doing so would fulfill the will of the Amatsukami as well. But Atsuta lost his life at the hands of Abdiel and Dazai. Now that the one with my knowledge is gone, I can no longer claim the throne. As of this moment, I swear to follow you in Algani's place.
I found you at last. Oh, there's something different about you. Do you remember me? Ah, splendid. However, I'm afraid your performance has left something to be desired. You have not defeated the Kadishtu, and they have succeeded in resurrecting the great serpent of chaos. Such a nefarious threat to our Lord's order cannot be allowed to remain in this world. As you have failed to deal with the Kadishtu, I ask that you take responsibility and halt the serpent's machinations. There is someone controlling Tiamat. Whether it is the Kadishtu or someone else entirely, I do not know. After Tiamat appeared at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building, she broke the wards protecting Shakan. Shakan is a sacred space within Bethel. It could also be considered the source of power for the Shekinah glory. I have received word that Tiamat's master has infiltrated those forbidden grounds. Make your way to Shakan. If you can find the intruder, then you will also find Tiamat. But take heed. This is a holy sanctuary within Bethel. Abdiel has already defeated the Demon King, and now she has made her way there to eliminate the intruder. It is likely she will view you as an intruder as well. Go forth with extreme caution.
Let's be off.
So, this is Shakan. I sense a peculiar presence here. We'd best proceed with caution.
You...
We should go. Young man. Now then. I see. But we should go.
Let's go! Your turn! Go! Let's go!
You stepped before me. You sealed your own fate.
Your turn! Go!
Right.
but...
What?
I'm counting on you. Young man. Listen closely.
Do you mind? Goodbye. Yes? By the way... Do you mind?
Young man.
Yes.
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 But...
Huh?
I suppose. However... Yes. I see.
Yes. By the way... Yes? Yes. Yes? Yes. 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 Do you mind? Goodbye.
A moment.
That power has been sealed away. It is forbidden to release it.
How do you justify it? Locking up what offends you? Don't you feel any shame, oh Archangel?
You had best watch how you speak to me, silly child. Our Lord thinks in ways beyond you. He had his reasons for sealing you away.
If that is what your blind faith tells you, cling to it until the world dies.
The world? What are you doing?
I feel it. My true power is resting here. for you. My work is complete. Farewell, Archangel.
You do not look like you are of Bethel. And if not, who are you? I am the Archangel Abdiel. You are not allowed here without permission from the Most High. I must insist that you leave. And if you do not wish to comply... That face... I know you. Nahobino of the Japan branch. You are a fool to try for godhood once more. Now you face judgment by an Archangel's blade.
This battle is for Atsuta. Use all we have to defeat Abdiel.
could I have fallen?
It's done. That was well fought. I believe that was Yoko Hiromine we saw earlier. However, her presence did not feel entirely human. Could she be the one guiding Tiamat, as Mastema had mentioned? Perhaps it would be best to pay him another visit.
Ah, you've returned. Do enlighten me with tales of what transpired within Shakan. I see. So that is what happened. As I suspected, you fought the obstinate Abdiel. But I'm certain such a battle served as a valuable lesson to her. The more pressing matter is that girl Yoko Hiromine. So, she has regained the power of a goddess. In ancient times, the gods that ruled the world were chosen by the goddesses of creation. Their purpose was to select the god that would become the next ruler, but the creator viewed this custom as a threat. As such, Yoko Hiromine was sealed away by the creator 18 years ago. And as irony would have it, she came to serve Bethel as an exceptional demon exorcist in the current day. Indeed. Her trust in the Creator was betrayed, and she came to harbor a deep hatred for Bethel. It is likely she made a deal with the Kadishtu in exchange for their assistance. Afterwards, she worked alongside the Kadishtu in order to reclaim her power. No doubt that is why she approached you as well. It was surely connected with the Kadishtu's aims. In other words, the Yoko Hiromine you met could be seen as a manifestation of the goddess Yoko who was sealed away. Now that she's attained her apotheosis, her true goal is utter annihilation. Nahobino, if possible, I ask that you make your way to the Empyrean and stop her. It is the world's fate to be remade. Birth, death, then rebirth. But if the throne is destroyed, that cyclical system will fail. Without the remaking of the world, all of humanity's souls will be lost, doomed to eternally wander the abyss. My lord does not wish for that to happen. Please lend us your strength, Nahobino.
I never thought I'd hear an angel instructing us to go to the Empyrean. As a Nahobino, we could potentially ascend the throne there and reshape the world. Is Bethel saying they'll allow this? In any case, we should return to Tokyo for now. There is much to fill you in on, and we should discuss our next move. Now then. A moment. I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino and the power to reshape the world. Ever since time out of mind, the gods would do battle for the right to rule the world. Before the Creator reigned supreme, the throne belonged to Baal, god of the harvest. And even before that, it was held by Ra, the sun god. Every god who assumes the throne obtains its vast power, enough to reshape the world however they see fit. As such, many a god has fallen in pursuit of that power. I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino and the power to reshape the world. The throne of creation lies at the pinnacle of Empyrean heaven, or simply the Empyrean, as it has become known. That is where the Creator would be now, were he not ousted by Lucifer, as was claimed. Considering our fusion into a Nahobino, the claim is likely valid. Only Nahobino are allowed in the Empyrean's sacred space. As such, none have entered thus far. But you, however, can. I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino and the power to reshape the world. The throne of creation exists to prove one's dominion over the earth. Whoever assumes the throne may determine the world's laws and inner workings, much like how the Creator established his own order. Before the Creator, many other gods fought viciously over the throne, and hence the right to rule the world. And in order to save Tokyo, we must do the same. I'll tell you everything I know about Nahobino and the power to reshape the world. A Nahobino is a god in the fullest, or truest sense. Our original form, if you will. In ancient times, we were all Nahobino. But when the Creator took the throne, he demanded there be no other gods before him, and diabolized us all. He accomplished this by spiriting our knowledge away. Without the knowledge needed to shape a functioning world, we ceased to be divine, and were left to contend with our fallen nature. Our knowledge was sealed within the Garden of Eden. Mortals soon ate of its fruit, binding all knowledge to their souls, and all who came after. Ever since the fall of man, demons have vied to steal the souls of humankind and restore their former selves. But they were doomed to fail. Long it was futile to seek out our knowledge and reclaim our former glory. But with Armageddon fulfilled, the rules have yet again changed. Aogami's true name is Susanoo. As Proto-Fiend, he was created to inherit the Amatsukami's full power. I myself provided the template, and as I've said before, I am Tsukuyomi of the Amatsukami. It is my personal mission to become a Nahobino and rescue Tokyo from the mouth of danger. But to do that, I require your aid. With that said, I must begin investigating a way to reach the Empyrean. I'm fairly certain the secret lies in Ueno, given the density of Bethel's security there. So, I will concentrate our branch's efforts on that. I will contact you the moment I turn up a solid answer. Until then, please bear with me.
Hey. Can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness. Listen, we need to talk. It's serious. But I can't really tell you here. Would you mind meeting me on the roof? I'll go on ahead. Sorry, I know it's a surprise. Yeah, wrong there. It's really good to see you safe. The Tao you knew, she did die. And the form I hold now, it is her soul reborn by a power beyond description. As goddess of creation, my purpose is to guide the Nahobino to the throne. Come, look. Tokyo fades like the setting sun. Time is almost up. The Empyrean. You can reach it and recreate the entire world. I believe you are the only one who can create a better world, one humanity deserves. What power I have shall be yours, and we can form a new world, as it should be. Until then, I ask only this. Will you let me fight at your side? Thank you. Onward. God's miracle dissipates, Tokyo and all within. They're doomed. Should it come to pass, they'll all vanish. If this stirs your heart even a little, then we must make for the throne. Create a new world, one according to your vision. Now take my hand. I'll escort you into Dot and the path to the Empyrean. Your partner is now Director Koshimizu. His true name is Tsukuyomi, yes? Please, take me to Bethel, Japan first. It's good to see you, Director Koshimizu.
Is it... Isanokami? I almost didn't recognize you.
It is I, now awakened as a goddess to guide the Nahobino.
Then it's time, and the next recreation is at hand.
I shall guide you. Into Dot, where the Empyrean lies. I ask that you become ruler, and forge a peaceful world for humanity. Let us be off. Are you prepared to go?
A new realm of Dot. And this one leads to the Empyrean.
The path to the Empyrean. It has also been called the Temple of Eternity. Long before the first human being, the entity who oversaw this world created a bridge to the throne. However, Bethel headquarters has hidden the keys to access it, and so the path remains closed. There are 3 keys in total. It used to be that Bethel guarded them for safekeeping, but now, the branches that possess them think only of their own gain. So the first thing we need to do is get those keys ourselves. Director, perhaps you could detect the energy of divine instruments such as these?
Yes, I am indeed picking up 3 sources of incredible power, and hordes of demons around them.
Yes, that should be what we're looking for. The keys of austerity, benevolence, and harmony. I say we'd better hurry up and find them, but keep an eye out. I'm sure you can guess how many Nahobino aspirants are after the keys themselves. That won't do. Say, that won't do.
A moment.